Welcome to Decibel 130, the revenue growth division of Leading Giants. Over the past 20 years, my teams and I have sat down face-to-face with nearly 8 million CEOs, founders, and marketing directors. We've learned a lot. More than anything, we've discovered that there's a tremendous amount of confusion about what drives revenue. The confusion has been exacerbated by changing technology over the years. It used to be simple for a local business. Place an ad in the newspaper, buy a billboard, run a local TV or radio commercial, boom, all set. But the onset of digital wiped out newspapers and made traditional TV and radio way too expensive and inefficient. Those who went digital got frustrated by changing algorithms and confusing terms. To make things worse, sales forces have eroded in tenacity and skill due to some cultural changes like more social time online and not face-to-face, or less phone time interaction. That's where we come in. We cut past the confusion and help businesses like yours take control over their revenue by understanding where it's supposed to come from and where the gaps are. Today, there are 6 key pillars that hold up a business's revenue, all of which have both human and digital connections. The challenge is that 99% of executives don't understand the difference between each one. Therefore, they either fail to put resources behind them, or they put resources behind the wrong pillar, expecting a result to come from a pillar that it's not supposed to produce, which is a little like buying a sailboat to drive down a city street or a motorcycle to cruise along a lake. Those 6 pillars are best understood with the human metaphor of friendship. The first is presence management. Presence management is often confused with marketing, advertising, and branding, yet it's none of the above. It's simply like an open sign or a front door. There's a minimum amount of presence that companies need online, such as listings, reputation management, social media, landing pages, websites, that type of thing. These don't necessarily create sales, but they do prevent sales if they aren't present. In other words, if somebody's looking for you all on their own, but your door isn't open or your sign's not on, you can't be their friend. It's a non-starter. And then the second pillar is marketing. Marketing is not the same thing as advertising or branding. It's not sales either. Here's the easiest way to look at it. Continuing with the metaphor, marketing is like determining what friends you want to have, or for a company, who you want to be your customer. If you sell classic cars, you want the types of people who buy classic cars to be your friend. Marketing is designed to know where those friends go, how they act, how to win their loyalty. Then there's the third pillar, advertising. Advertising is merely a delivery method that takes you to your market, such as TV, radio, digital platforms, billboards, email campaigns, etc. It's a little bit like an Uber, airplane, car, or boat that gets you to a party where your potential friends gather. The more often you show up to the party, the more familiar your market or desired friends become with you, and that increases the odds that they'd want to choose you as their friend. And then there's branding. See, once you've discovered who your potential friends are, marketing, and where they gather, and your Uber takes you to them, advertising, well, now they need to like you. If you dress differently when you get there, talk funny, and don't understand what's important to them, they're not going to choose you as a friend, no matter how often you show up and how long you hang around. Therefore, effective marketing and advertising are useless without great branding. We often see executives get this wrong, and without them knowing it, they actually sound a little bit like someone who blames their Uber driver for nobody liking them once they get to the party. See, you've got to show up dressed appropriately and in tune with your potential friends. If done right, they'll choose you as a friend and they'll stay your friend as long as you're available to them. Presence management, stop by every once in a while, advertising, and adapt according to how they change. Then the 5th pillar is sales. Now, there's one configuration that doesn't really apply. If you've got a 100% outbound sales force that does their own lead generation, they act as the marketer, the advertiser, and the brand. But most companies don't have that. They have marketing teams, advertising teams, and branding teams. So what is the salesperson? Well, the salesperson is the person who accompanies you to the party where your market or potential friends are, makes sure that you're acting appropriately, and then when the people who are at the party are choosing whether or not you're the friend they're going to pick, they speak on your behalf, and they basically take your hand in theirs and they connect it. And the last is customer service. Now, this 6th pillar is the easiest to understand, even though it can be difficult to apply. Basically, keep your friends happy. Nobody's perfect, so a sincere apology every once in a while, a nice gift, special treatment, and that'll do it. See, at Decibel 130, we align you with a coach locally who will help you get these processes done. Not some irritating bot or email process that takes forever, but an actual local person who knows your market and your area because they run their business there, and then support people that are all domestic. We do many things too many to mention, simple things like listings, which you may already have, all the way through your social, and right into things that local businesses are shocked they can do, like get you on HGTV, on Netflix, on Hulu, and Paramount in an affordable way, even producing a commercial for you. But it doesn't end there. It's anything that has to do with driving and building your revenue. We're experts in that, so you can be an expert in your particular discipline.